Say nothing. Hmm? Say nothing. Why not? Why not? Why not? What was the wrongs? I'll be back. Okay, here we go. One, two, chick. Boom. One, two, I'll be right back. Wow. Wow. I'll be right back. I swear. Don't follow this, follow that. I'll be right back. Give me 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Boom. Personal edification. Ha! It's a very interesting thing that I hit, right? If you remember, and if you don't, no big deal, right? So, very, very interesting thing that I hit. Cheers, everybody. What's going on? Hmm. I could put the link as a general join in link, no big deal. But yeah, what I hit on was pretty fucking compelling and pretty heavy, right? If you remember correctly. Here we go. I'll be right back. Got to do this. Oh, here we go. All right. Here we are. Fine. We'll waste time. We'll burn hours, anything else. Chick, chick, boom. Let me look at it right now. Chick, chick, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I can see it working. All right, it's working. It's working. Cool. Yeah, I mean, those things have gone all the way out of control, all the way out of thought, all the way out of mind, all the way out of mind. Anybody's got anything to compete with that knowledge, I'll be right back. Oh, bullshit. That's all I can say. Bullshit. I didn't know they stacked it that high. Oh, excuse me. That means the things that matter in the foreground, the things that matter right here, right now. Oh, they'll be wonderful. They'll be plentiful. Here we go. It doesn't mean that anybody can come in, but there is the join in link. The join in link is right there. How about that? How about that? You know, we're on late. We're listening in. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Everything else? I don't. Yeah, it is what it is, man. The join in link is right there. Go ahead and click it. Yeah, that'll make it pretty good. It's right up there. It's right up there. Oh shit! I have to, I have to join my join in link thing again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, all of the regulars are underground. They're all eaten. You know. So here we go. I'll put the join in link one more again here. Boom, boom. Yeah, that way anybody, whatever you think, whatever it be, let's go sideways. Here we go. Oh, ah, oh, yeah. We'll go that way. Yeah, yeah, we're good for that. We're good. Yeah, we're good like that. That looks good. There we go. I will put it up there. So it's a join in. Obviously, it's right there. If you want to do it, just join in right there. I think that's how it works, right? Cool. Cheers, everybody. This is obviously an open link. Bounce off. I will bounce off whatever you be doing. You know what I mean? Anything else? I guess, man, I better just like, turn on the radio, Go ahead and listen to something and not worry about it. Yeah? Does StreamYard filter it out? Yeah, probably. But let's not worry about it. Who cares? It's so funny, man. I was trying to get my son, transportation to his next appointment, like his next, you know, appointment in the medical world. And that's how we found out he didn't have any medical coverage anymore. Because I was trying to get his transportation bit, and they were like, he's not in the transportation network. And then I go back, and they're like, he's not in the network at all. He doesn't have insurance anymore. And it's nothing but us calling them and making the application again. So we did. Isn't that something though? Like I wouldn't have known. He already had, and I was trying to schedule myself and himself, same dude, for an appointment with our new, doctors here. You know. So what the fuck is on with that? What is on with that? I can't take it. I can't take it. No lights and shit. All right. I don't know why that would go out. Hmm. Yeah, I would say, if you're the people with the trouble, come on up. You know, I'll share in the join in link. You want to come up, people with the trouble, sure, you're welcome. Come on up. I mean, why would I deny you? I'm missing Creek Squad right now. Oh, it might be wrapped up by now, but I'll put a join in link here if I have to. It's easy enough, right? What's up? How you doing, Thomas? How you doing? And cool, 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 cool. Me too, me too. I just dropped the join in link. But me too. I'm glad you're doing well, man. I'm doing well too. I'm gonna go grab my dumbbell. I'm gonna do more. Yo, yo, yo. It's not even my day, but yesterday I felt like I didn't do enough, and that's how I do it. Let's go push. Let's go push. Be right back. Got it. Got it. Got it. Crazy, right? What's up?
Hello.
What's up, Tom? What's
Not
up, Thomas?
much.
How you doing?
I am doing fine. Tom is fine.
Cool, cool, cool. What you been up to?
Nothing much. One of my viewers sent me a thank you deck. So I got a tarot deck. That's beautiful.
Awesome, awesome. Cool. One of your viewers, like, did they create it or they just sent you something that they bought?
They bought it off Amazon wish list for me.
Oh, one of your, okay. You already had it on your list, right? Cool,
Yeah.
man. Oh, I got to do this, man. I got to do some dumbbells. I felt guilty. I did them yesterday, but I still got to do it.
I'm 61, Joe, and I've done a lot of dumbbells in my life, but not the lifting kind.
No? Why are you trying to mess with me? I'm trying to keep clarity in life. Come on now.
You're grounding yourself with that iron.
Maybe, maybe. Yeah, it's not my day anyway, but I just feel guilty if I feel like I fell short or whatever, That's all. It's easier for me to use my mind to my own advantage with all the kind of things that I get hung up on, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
easier to make my life better by getting hung up
keep
on the right things, if that makes sense.
keep out of the monkey mind mentality.
Yeah, or what? Or what? Or I
Or
could get
drive
better.
yourself crazy. Or drive yourself crazy by not sleeping at night because you're thinking, and then overthinking, thinking.
I don't think I can drive myself crazy anymore. I'm 46 years old. You know what I mean? I would have already done it. You know what I mean? I'm not addictive. I get
Um,
to live through things. I'm not scared. You know what I mean? So I think everything gets
uh,
better for me.
yeah. Oh yeah, it does. And the more you simplify, even once you come out of the rat race, you you appreciate time a lot more than a paycheck.
Oh, time's everything. Time's one of my best friends. I don't know. He's probably older. He's probably like 56. I don't know. He's probably older than me. And I went to his house not too many years ago, a couple of years ago, and he was asking me about that, and he was like, "Don't you want people to pay your rent or somebody to pay your rent?" I said, "No." I said, "I don't give a fuck about that. I want all the time in the world." And that's what I'm regaining in my life. All the time in the world. I don't care who pays my rent. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about the money part. The time is priceless.
Yeah.
And I think I got it. I think I have a little bit more of it, and I'll just keep grabbing on. I'll keep grabbing on. I'll be a 14-year-old again. I'll start over. I
Well,
got another 50.
you got to just prioritize yourself sometimes and take care of Joe G. That take care of that kid, indulge that kid in what you
Yeah,
missed when you were younger.
right, right, right. No, I didn't miss it when I was younger, but I put it aside for these kids to, do their 20 years of life. You know what I mean? But now it's their turn. They're adults, man. They can do whatever they want.
Well, I'm 61 and I just paid off my student loan, so yay.
Yeah. I went to community college. Like I say to my sister, I went there for 10 years, but don't call me doctor because I didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? But I also stole my neighbor's fucking quarters to get on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't beautiful, it
it,
wasn't easy. It was
it was
hard,
important he went to class.
It wasn't easy, but I was dedicated to my study as well, so I did it. And I've been a bum like 3 times, like a librarian bum and musician bum and just a bum. But I've also done these other things that I've gotten away with, like raising these family and all this kind of stuff. It's wonderful. It's wild that I've been able to do that without bleeding too much.
Well, it's an important job for a parent is to raise good children. And um, number one priority of a parent is to keep their child safe from society.
Right.
But the second priority is to teach your children what's right and what's wrong, so you keep society safe from your children.
Well, my number one thought, and my wife agreed, thankfully, was we need to get them to fighting size, fighting age. We thought of it like in a total practical sense. Like when you hand, a 14-year-old an AK and you say, get up there, they have to be ready. Keeping them safe from, the outside influences that would have picked on them when they were younger or whatever. Thankfully, we got through all that. So, being a good person and everything else like that is, I'm sure they've noticed that. I mean, I'm sure they've picked that up just by the fact
Uh,
that,
so, do, so do you operate under the golden rule?
which is do
Do
nothing unto
unto,
others that
do
you
un,
wouldn't want or something.
yeah, do unto others what you would wish to be done to you yourself.
Absolutely, for sure. But we also probably have a different understanding that people are going to do whatever they want. It could be like much more horrid than you would think. So yeah, I mean, do unto
And
others,
then,
but also you have to protect yourself from the worst intentions.
yeah, well, protect yourself from bullies.
From who?
Bullies.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, and just
stand down. Have principles and standards that you can fight for. Um, you know,
well,
be
they're,
chi-
they're
be
very
chivalrous of
kind and
women.
loving. They're better than us.
Be chivalrous to women. Even though she may say, "Why are you holding the door? I'm a feminist." Because
No,
women are the one of our species that actually grows a life inside of them for 9 months.
right, right.
We just we're basically a sperm donor, and then we're out of it. And in the recent Supreme Court ruling, overturning Roe v. Wade does not help.
No, I don't see any point in any of that. I mean, I can't do anything about legislation, law and order, or whatever. I don't have anything to do with that. But obviously, like an abortion is a technology, just like a weapon, like a sort of a firearm or a gun. So there's no putting technology back in the box. We already know how to do it. You know what I mean? It's like it's too late for that. You can't legislate against technology. I don't believe. That's where I stand from. I think like the might is already there. Um, it's unfortunate that they make people. I guess now they got to like jump states or whatever and find something that's amiable to whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? But it is a
Yeah,
technology, and even if it's Brazil, you go to Brazil. you know.
Well, it's criminalized here in Texas. So if a woman gets caught going out of state for an abortion, and she's arrested as soon as she comes back in Texas.
Wow, wow. Yeah, well, I hope they can't, stick charges like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? But I
It's
can't
gonna have
deal
to
with
go back.
law and order.
It's just gonna have to go back to the Supreme Court of the state, and then um, they'll have to appeal it and go to the Supreme Court of the nation,
The
and
federal,
it'll
yeah.
be it'll be a first test of the overturn of Roe v. Wade.
Which is something that's been established since the late 70s, I guess, Roe v. Wade, because that
Yes,
was like the incidence of rape and incest and not having a child for that purpose. Not even like, you know, uh, I believe the death of the mother is coming, but just rape and incest. Is that was what it was, right?
yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's
And
I
teen
grew up with thinking
pregnancy.
that was normal. I grew up thinking that was normal because that was the law of the land. I'm from outside of DC. I thought that was normal. If it was a child of rape or incest and you had an abortion, like, it wasn't any issue. It wasn't any moral issue. It was just a legal question.
So, are you near Elkridge?
Elkridge, where in Virginia or West Virginia?
Uh,
I'm in
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
I'm in like Northern Virginia right now. I'm in Prince William County.
Okay. Maryland.
Oh, no, I don't remember Elkridge, Maryland specifically, but I'm from Maryland. My mother's from West Virginia. My father's from Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delphia area. So
Mhm.
I've been everywhere in that area. So Elkridge is probably somewhere on the border of Pennsylvania or something. I've probably been there, you know what I mean? But no, now I'm in Virginia. I'm in Northern Virginia, Gainesville right now.
And
Still a lot of politics. It's not like where I grew up because I grew up right outside of the city, like 3 miles from the capital. There was a lot of politics there. A lot. The beltway inside and the
so,
outside the beltway kind of shit.
were you affected by Helene?
No, no, no. I've
Uh,
never been affected by any storm or anything like that. Never.
I've got to experience earthquakes on 3 continents.
Okay. Tell me
Um,
about it.
First one, I was teaching a theater style classroom computer software in Johannesburg, and there was one of the deep earth mines collapsed, and they called it a rockfall earthquake, and it had a big
Wow.
racket noise with it, I guess, from the rock collapsing on itself and reverberating.
Right.
Um, the second were called twin quakes in '92. I was in San Diego, but the um, earthquakes were centered in Big Bear and 29 Palms up in the high desert above
Right.
in San Bernardino County. But they shook my apartment in San Diego enough because they were 5.5s on the scale.
Right. Right.
Like the cat looked at me, when the bed's doing oscillating circles to see if you should be concerned. And like by the time I wake up and realize what's happening and get myself to a door frame, things
Yep,
start
that's what I
settling
was gonna
down.
say.
Yeah, so things start settling down. So I go to the bathroom to relieve myself and look out in the courtyard, and the pool is sloshing water out the north end and the south end.
Wow. Yeah,
You
I
know,
was in San Diego
couple
in like
minutes after the
'89. So they had something a couple years before I was there, but I saw cracks in the buildings that were in San Diego, you know? Not in
and
'92,
then
I was before that. But they had something that happened a couple years ahead of that, you know?
and then I had just flown into Sydney, Australia, which I lived at for a year and a half while I had that computer job. Um, and so I was flying in for my 13 weeks, and just got to the hotel and went to sleep, and about 2 in the morning, shake, 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 and I'm like, was couldn't bring myself, didn't even know where I was. First of all, after jet
Right.
lag, and uh, like I'm going, well, that was an earthquake. Felt like an
Right.
earthquake.
Right.
And then the next morning, they threw newspapers at the occupied room stores, and the headlines on the Sydney Herald was "Earthquake Rocks Sydney."
Right.
So, Joe, have you ever manifested something for yourself?
Made with my own hands? Manifested? Yes, of course, all the time. I mean, what is the question? Like from out of nowhere or from something I used to have, or it's a hard question for me.
It could be from anything that you've had or experienced or done in the past,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
did. I did. I've manifested my will into reality, if that's what you mean. Like for sure,
yeah.
for sure. Like my children's names, for example, I made paper beads with their names before I even met my wife, and I swallowed them, and they're here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Anything that I've ever wanted, actually, I'll be honest with you, I've had a charmed life. Like anything I've ever wanted, I've had, you know?
Well, that's great. Not
So
a lot of
beyond
people on the
beyond the
earth can say that.
beyond the simple question, that's it. You know what I mean? It's just like maybe I don't want the things that maybe I need sometimes, right? So how do I make those come from out of nowhere? I don't know. I'm not so skilled in that
Uh,
because I don't have the attachment. I don't care. I'm not charged into that.
Are you a typical male, and have you had a midlife crisis yet?
Um, I don't know. It's 46 my midlife. I'm probably going to live to 96, so I guess I'm getting close. No, I don't want anything different. I don't want to look different. I don't want to carry a different clothing or car or anything like that. No. I'm never going to do that. I'm still just the guy I was when I was 8, I'm still the same kid. No. I don't
So
want for more.
flatulence jokes are still funny.
What's that?
Flatulence jokes are still funny.
No, but they weren't funny to me then, that was, what I mean? Like, nah, not really. It could be, right? It's funnier, not a joke, but just like sneaking one off on a friend of yours, doing something in real life. I think that, reality is much more compelling than fiction. So a joke is not exactly as good as a plant.
Now, how long have you been doing the YouTube thing?
As streaming, it's less than a year.
And you've got like so many more subscribers than myself, and
I
you
have
know I can't,
910.
and I'm trying to hit 400. I'm like 7 away, but I mean
In,
I can't,
in July last year, I had 39.
I started out the wrong way. I asked everybody I knew to
Mm,
sign up, and so now, like a year and a half after that, I started my channel. Um, they didn't like tarot content, so what my two things are: educating people, telling them that they can learn to read tarot like me out
right,
of a book, not have any special properties to them, any channeling or mediumship abilities. You can just be a tarot card reader. And
right.
um, my other series are just the entertainment aspect of it and working on your childhood traumas to try to get you better. Because the older I get, the more I simplify my life, and the more I do those two things in combination, the better each year gets for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's compelling content, right? So, I mean, do you feel like you're not reaching the people you need to?
No, I'm since those 100 people finally fell off, because they weren't watching tarot content, and so they eventually get unsubscribed by YouTube. And it is
Hmm.
the real thing if you do. If you
Yeah,
don't click a
you
link,
don't get notifications anymore, not at all.
right? But it's only my measurement against myself for success. Because I'm not an eloquent speaker. Um, I read the cards. I'm sort of monotone. Don't have a lot of entertainment. Um, my voice inflection is not very dynamic. Now, when Hershey reads, even if she's reading a section out of the book, she puts so much emotion into that tarot reading. Um, it's
Right.
it's theater. It's theater and it's art all at the same time.
Sure, I can understand that. Yeah. So the presentation is compelling and everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why her and PD have quite a few subscribers on their Keeping Hope Alive criminal investigations channel, where
Yeah.
they help find missing people or do cold reads on missing people. And
Wow.
Hershey was very accurate with Riley Stein, who was a Mizzou student that went for, I think it was Easter in Nashville, Tennessee, and
Hmm.
ended up in a river. And um, Hershey got a lot of information right and said she was like a mile and a half away from where they found the body, pinned under debris in the river, the Cumberland River there in Nashville. And
Hmm.
um, family and law enforcement reached out and said uh, thank you
Well,
for
that's
doing
huge.
that. Well, it's thank you to put closure on a situation, because I can't imagine being a parent of a child that's missing, no matter how old they are. He
For
was
sure.
just a freshman in college and going out for spring break or whatever, just a night of drinking, and um, something had happened that made him lose some memory or something.
Right, right, right.
Um, and then Hershey's got like 623 subscribers to her Shadow Reads channel, and
Yeah,
she's got a couple programs a week that are very fun and entertaining. She does meta messages on a Monday,
yeah, yeah,
and she can have guest readers with her, and they all call in their teams, and uh, she borrows Miles back from Jonathan, and um, Metatron comes in and gives like channeled messages. And
yeah.
what's really neat about that is that they also will do a collective read on people, because they can only do so many reads in a hour and a half show, or between, sometimes they're emotional, and uh, the reader's voice gets choked up, just things happen.
Right,
but
right,
but you can tell the shift in Hershey immediately when she channels the higher beings.
right. Well, with all that being said, and with you calling out, sort of the subscription number, maybe Hershey deserves more subscriptions than that. You
So
know,
every every
maybe,
every YouTuber ever deserves more subscriptions and more watch time, because
right,
for the most part, w- we're making free content for people to entertain them, to educate them, and to improve the betterment of their mental health. And that's what I think
well,
tarot does for me, is it puts in perspective the major things in life and the minor everyday shit that you have to deal with just to negotiate through a day. And some days you can sail through it, and some days you have to slug through it. And hopefully
right.
there's more sailing through days than slogging days, but there are those slogging days.
Well, most of the time, just from a pure, like, live stream perspective or whatever, it's more compelling to me to see what you're up to today and listen to what you're into today than to turn on like a cable or something like that, I'd rather just
Yeah,
open your window into your world and, see in. So I think this is much more
well,
compelling. I think people
it
forget to
is.
subscribe or whatever, but we're still around,
But it's sort of like supporting National Public Radio in a fund drive.
Yeah,
And we don't have to. Everybody knows that we have internet expenses, computer expenses, cell phone connectivity, Wi-Fi, StreamYard, um,
yeah.
acquiring tools or instruments, giving reviews.
Oh,
Anytime that
sure.
somebody gives to the channel, it's already been invested back in equipment or tools, or subscriptions just to keep it running.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, we
and
have the
Hershey
we
and
have
I are
the,
just
the device, the Wi-Fi, um, everything that's broken in the, process of making some of these live streams, like things have happened, you know. So for sure, for sure.
and when we
And
got the
NPR
accessories,
NPR is on a drive right now because I was listening to them today. You know what I mean? And I was just moving on from listening to them to actually Jeff was on earlier and I transitioned from one thing to the other. I've been watching these movies, for October that Sean suggested and you know in between that and that, yeah, they were back on the we need $30,000 this hour, and this is how we're gonna make it, and you know what I mean, and you're gonna get a tote bag or whatever. And so they were back on it. So there you go. Operating
but
expenses, driveway
but it,
moments and things that they talk about.
but it's important to have a local connection with that public service network, and
For me,
so
for me, for
it's a lot
sure.
of people. So it's a lot of people like Hershey and I that are disabled, and we can't monetize without risking our government subsidies or
Yeah,
entitlements, whatever they're calling them this year, to go away. For saying you're disabled but you're working.
because
So
there's
anybody
like
who
a
works,
new like tax income bracket or something like that. Like all that.
well, I made it a lot
What about
longer than
Cash
my
App?
work
Is
career.
Cash App still hidden? I don't know. But
I
is
made
that
it a
still
lot longer
hidden?
than my
Like,
work. I made it a lot longer than my work career, and so I had put more into Social Security, disability, and the employer match with that.
right, right.
Thank goodness I wasn't a contract employee, 1099.
Yeah,
But if anybody gets something off the wish list or sends a Venmo or a Chime or a Zelle,
there you go.
um, we we feature it proudly and we say thank you. And um, Hershey will devour a book. She will read cover to cover in every book, even if it's a Rider Waite Smith clone deck. She wants to get
Hmm.
to know the the energy and the intentions of each author.
Well, me being a person without money, I do have books, so I don't mind sending some if you give me an address to let me. I'll send her books for sure, for sure. I'm not a money man, but I got books up on the wall.
What she would appreciate, like a hand journal or anything like that, to make grimoire.
We got all kinds of books that she might love. We got all kinds.
So yeah, like a blank journal or photo album. And I don't know if your viewers would know, but a grimoire is a book of personal spells.
Yeah,
It's magic. It's home magic. It's like the wives' tale about don't be upset when you cook beans because the skins will be tough, or don't add salt to the water or your bean skins will
yeah.
all
It's
peel
a
off too early
it's a
and they'll
home
be
it's a
mealy.
home economics. It's a home economics book written by mom.
Right. Well, you need chapters by mom and you need chapters by dad, because I don't think the youth of today are getting home ec skills, especially the boys, because they tend to gravitate toward shop class, and um,
Right,
just
right.
because of societal norms and expectations. But I am
I'll
a
tell
firm
you, I think
believer
it's
that
worse that they have a delivery system for everything, because what that makes the male think is that his time is more important than going out and getting his own fucking materials. You know what I mean? So he just calls up like the grocery service and they'll deliver it. And, you know, he forgets. He's like, my time's more important than the peon that's going to deliver me my Velveeta. And that doesn't make any sense. Like, he doesn't understand what he's missing by
well,
not getting out there and grabbing that shit
you,
himself.
you just hit on
These things.
my munchy craving. I was thinking of grilled cheese sandwiches, but it's not worth it in the middle of the night to do it just for myself,
Right, right, right. No,
because
it's not good health when
because
you're going to go to
I like
sleep
mine a
after.
little more. I like mine a little more toasted than Hershey. Hershey's likes hers very lightly toasted, and so I've learned how to make them for both of us. You know that we're happy every time.
For
And
your
the
grilled
cheese
cheese,
is
your cheese toasties.
yeah. So the double piece of cheese whiz start with modified with cornstarch inside the
Right.
sandwich. You know, I make sure it gets melty. And she's on a medication that she can't do tomato products because they upset her stomach, give her reflux.
Yeah.
So we can't make the classic um, tomato soup and grilled cheese
Right.
sandwiches.
That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
all these people with
that's one of
nightshade
the ultimate.
allergies, man. I'm like, I can't live without nightshades. What are you talking about, Mike? You know what I mean? I can't live without it.
Potatoes, you know, tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants.
Yeah, it's a big deal for me. It's a big deal, man. We just get like crushed tomato cans. We cook them down. We make the marinara out of them. You know what I mean? Throw the
Mhm.
pasta in. Like these kids couldn't live without bread and pasta. You know, so we have to make a lot.
And it's cheap. You know, it's a lot cheaper than proteins.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
true comfort
I
food,
mean,
but then
they eat
also
tons of beans. The beans are their proteins. They eat tons of beans. You know, there's not a lot of meat around actually. You know, at all.
so have you made a turducken?
Never made a turducken. No. What we'll do is we'll get a big, huge ground beef. We'll make at the same time. We'll make one meatloaf, a bunch of meatballs, and some hamburgers. That's our beef. You know, that's our like meat. You know what I mean? Otherwise, just a one of those like rotisserie chickens that they sell for like $5.99 at the BJ's or the club. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Nah, it's mostly beans, man. It's mostly beans. We eat beef when we can, but the beef fat, my doctor said that's the problem. Like, get the beef fat out, get the olive oil in. So we eat more like chickpea and Mediterranean shit all the time.
yeah, I love the fresh lemon in the Mediterranean. I like lemon butter sauces for my chicken wings. Of course, they're fried; they're not so healthy for you. And then I like lemon
Right.
butter on, you know, poached fish.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
lemon butter on lobster tail.
Yep. And
That's
you already mentioned eggplant. It works on eggplant too.
not a lot of things work on eggplant for me, unless you slice them real young and tender and saute them in butter.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a thing about like when you fry something, it has to be the right thickness. Like, like tofu. We love tofu, but when it's a quarter inch, if you cut it too thick, it never gets in there. You gotta crisp up both sides and make it good. I
And
wish I
then
liked fish more.
do
I'm
you like
always
raw
no, sorry.
cabbage?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I like all kinds of cabbage. Yeah,
Flour or corn tortilla?
I like corn. My wife likes flour.
And fish or chicken?
Neither one.
Grilled peppers or
Neither one.
onions?
Onions.
Cheese.
Yes.
Okay, so you're pretty much a standard Americanized taco person.
Probably. Probably. I do not like chicken in my tacos ever. I only like beef tacos
Now
or beef.
I make green bean chili with chicken.
Oh yeah, I don't mind a chili with chicken, but I don't. I mean, I don't know. My mother messed up chicken for me. She was a bad cook. She was a very bad cook. And that's why I learned how to cook when I was like 8 years old. But the chicken, she would just cook it to death. She'd have the rice boil over and then give us that. You know what I mean? It was all dead. Everything was dead. Like I don't like that, man. I like a little bit of spryness to my food. So
So, baking, are you more art of the cook, or are you more scientist of the baker?
oh, I'm not the scientist of the baker. I'm the art of the cook.
So you
I
like to
use the
experiment.
oven. I use the oven, okay, but usually I use the saute pan. I'm a saute pan player. Oven is more like, yeah, let's heat it up, turn it down, like get it back hot again or whatever.
Mhm.
I went to Panera to work as a baker because I did not know how to bake many things. And so I took that on as a job. I got paid a lot of money, I got bonuses, I got all kinds of shit. And I basically learned how to dress desserts up. But, I also learned how to bake a little bit. Oh, so much money. I could have made like endless money in that place. It was crazy.
So so you get to make a variety of artisan loaves there at Panera, and
You
you get
do, but
to
they're just like dough that you get in a bag. You know what I mean? You don't learn anything
uh,
from it. So that's
you
why I
just
say
shape
like
them
dressing
differently and cut
desserts
them
was more of
differently.
what I learned. And the ovens were ones that you walk into, you know. Um, Most of us haven't seen those type of ovens. You know what I mean? So it's not like working at home. Not at all.
The rotating ovens where you shove the baker's rack in, like three of them.
You shove the baker's rack in, but you could also take three of your friends in that oven. You know what I mean? It's really insane. It's really insane what they
No,
have. It's not normal. But by the way, like I said, but basically we're just pulling dough out of a tray or out of a bag that's been delivered to us. The
so
things that you
it's
learn
all
are like
standardized.
it
It's all
is, yeah,
standardized except for
yeah.
the toppings or the shape of the loaf or the score marks.
The scoring, yeah, we learned scoring. We learned, like the ovens that they had were like steam ovens. You press like steam when you want it to go. You know what I mean? So instead of
To
like the
crisp up the
boil
crust.
and bake bagels, we steam them at the end. It didn't teach me everything I needed to know, but it was a lot of money. I could have stayed there if I wanted, but it didn't. It was just spinning my wheels for nothing.
Well, it's also hard on backs and feet because you're standing all
Yeah,
day, and then you're
yeah,
cleaning if you're not cooking.
yeah, yeah. Well, we didn't have that much as a baker overnight. You don't have that much time to clean anything really, because you have to get it all done. If you lose 2 minutes in the front, it's 2 minutes times every batch. So 2 minutes times 12 batches, you're going to be late opening up. So we didn't have a lot of cleaning time, but I think I know how to clean. I don't need anybody to teach me that. I think I know that. But I benefited. I benefited from learning the desserts and shit like that. I got to go on a little short tour of all the other ones in this area because they were doing a new type of dessert with like phyllo dough and you know uh uh fresh vegetables or fresh fruits on top and whatever. And I got to go like teach them how to do that for a few months. That was kind of cool. But nah, it was nothing. It doesn't if it doesn't lead anything to my future, if it doesn't fill me up with new knowledge, it's kind of boring to me. I don't want to work like that. I want to work in a progressive manner. I want to learn things. I want to enrich myself, just like school. That was I did some government applications because we lost our medical coverage or whatever, and I wasn't really aware. I was trying to schedule my son one of those Medicaid rides to his next appointment. I didn't really know that we lost it. And then here they're going through it. And every time they were like, "Is he in school? Are you in school?" I'm like, it's so sad for me to say, no, we're not in school. Like, I wish we fucking were. Like, I'm sure that my life would be so much better right now if I was learning anything in that sort of rigid structure. I would love to be learning anything. I'd love to be in school right now, but I'm not. No, sorry.
So, what are your envisions for your YouTube channel, Joe?
Well,
Tell
when
me,
I sit over
tell
here
me
in
what
this,
you see. Tell me what you see in one more year.
one more year, when I
Uh-huh.
sit in this channel, I mean, when I sit in this seat over in this corner, sometimes over there, that's the morning. Sometimes I'm outside, that's the evening. But when I'm here, I'm one step away from going to sleep. So this is my rest and R&R time, whatever you call it, rest and relaxation time. Um,
So,
I
you,
don't
so
I
you're
don't want
winding
to
down.
monetize myself. I don't want to monetize myself on YouTube. But I used to be an online DJ where I did an hour a week. And if anybody would let me be an online DJ again for pay, I think I'd be pretty happy to do that. And I think on YouTube, I would just say, well, wasn't that cool? Like the rest of the week, I would just say, wasn't Tuesday fun? That's it. I don't know what YouTube does for people, but I don't think it does anything for me. I'm a freeloader.
Yeah, I just want to get up to and equal their monetization um, standards. Just
You could
just
do
for my
that.
ego. Just for my ego,
Oh yeah,
not have to
I
monetize.
fucking believe
Thing.
that. Hey Minnie, what's up? Minnie said he can come up now. I'll bring you up, Minnie. You're in costume. Is that okay, Tom?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna, in costume. Minnie's gonna come up here. Is that cool, Minnie? I'm gonna put the link right here. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. Like if you can just prove that or whatever their numbers are and just qualify, then you can tell them, "Hey, I'm here for you." You know what I mean? Maybe they'll make you a million, maybe they won't, but you're here for them. All right, Minnie, I put the link in.
So I think I would just market a course, a teaching course. Would be as far as I ever went with um, trying to make something other than gifts from very generous people that support me in Hershey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Minnie, I just put it public. I don't know if I have to send it to your phone. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. You know what I mean? Oh, you said text it to your phone. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I got you. Hold on, I might glitch out.
Well, I'll try to entertain the troops while you're gone. So I started this tarot journey in '97, just reading books because I was in that IT job where I traveled a lot. So I finished a lot of books. So one day I just went down the tarot rabbit hole, and after reading about 5 books on tarot, I thought, well, maybe there's something to this. Um, Went to my local Barnes and Noble and picked up a deck and the standard book and learned how to read Celtic cross readings, and read about 5 more books. And when I was in town, one of my coworkers saw a tarot book on the corner of my desk and said, I have a charity I belong to, and we're having our fall bazaar. Would you consider coming out and reading tarot cards for our charity? So I did
Oh,
that
that's
one
nice.
Saturday. I did that one Saturday in October, and they scheduled 15-minute reads for $7. And there was myself and one other lady doing the reads, and then they were selling foods from the British Isles
Okay.
for their chapters fundraiser part. So they were doing tarot readings and um, canned British foods and freezer goods, bangers and mash and things like that. Other
Yeah, yeah.
guild was running a resale bookshop, like Half Price Books or whatever. Another gave tea leaf readings, and I did
Wow.
that for about 12 years. 28 readings from 10 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, 4 readings an hour. Celtic cross spread, 10 cards each. Each of the cards means something in the position that they're ordered in. And it's a very good general life reading. I get to know a lot about the reading, um,
Right.
and learn a lot about their personal life. And they're like saying, well, how does that card know that that's what it was? And it's like, well, it was the intention that you came here to ask a specific question, and are these cards answering that question for you? And hit or miss. I couldn't say that I had a 65% success rate or anything like that. I couldn't quantify anything until you know subsequent years, when people would seek us out and have their reading done for that year that's just passed. And they're going, well, last year you told me such and such, and 6 months in, sure enough, that happened. And and so now my life is totally different today. Thank you for getting me out of that rut. But it's
Right.
it's hard it's hard to see that people are struggling just with the day-to-day things.
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, in my opinion, like everything is always in play, and that's one of the things that when you focus on the cards or whatever, and you pull those things out, well, you have a focal point. All these things are in play. Some of them may need to be balanced right now, some of them may need to be dealt with very soon. But putting those things in your mind or having some sort of tactical representation to how you should proceed will probably benefit you very well, as long as you follow, as long as you keep chipping away at it, because we have to build our lives. So, Minnie, I
Well, the
totally did text it to you. You got it? You got it? Yes, yes, I'm listening. Yes, yes.
um and to predict a little bit about an upcoming year for a person, and then tell them why they're reacting the way they're reacting instead of responding appropriately. um the thing is when you learn a lesson, make sure you learn the lesson, and remember that doing the same stuff over and over and over and getting the same results is insanity itself. So you've got to
Yeah.
be willing to go with the flow and change your modus operandi, and assess the situation in the room and your environment around you, so you can respond appropriately and have better and more successful outcomes for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, whatever it means to people, you have to have a bit of discipline and focus in on what you're doing. Some of the best compliments that I've ever had is like, as much as I think that the world is a bunch of chaos that I'm dancing through, they say, hey, you know, when you apply yourself and you focus, you have a lot of discipline to accomplish the next goal. And I do. But I also have like a mind that drifts and wanders, and I forget to do these things. So I have to keep myself in check in some way. I have to figure out how to focus. So anything tactical, whether it be like my mala beads, right? Or a card or something. But my mala beads also remind me, to stay in the game, like be cool, like remember what you're trying to do right now. Something tactical for me is very important. Thank
Did
you, Minnie.
Vinny?
Minnie's coming up in a minute.
Okay, I was just going to ask if Vinny got her link, or his link. I don't.
His, yeah.
Um, need another gummy.
Oh yeah, you eating gummies? Good.
Yeah, yeah. And I ate a full one today, and I'm a one hit wonder when it comes to anything CBD. Uh,
Right.
just because I'm late to the game. I just
Oh
started.
yeah, Texas is not Delta 9 legal. You guys aren't Delta 9 legal. We are here.
And then,
Yeah.
Hershey comes from that Missouri, and now she's in this state where you can't get nothing. Even if you had a medical card, you really don't get the dosage that a body
Yeah.
requires.
Right, right. Oh, let me look in the guest pod. Here we go. Minnie, what's up?
Kiss!
How
Is
you
here.
doing? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. This is Tom. Say hello,
Hello,
if you don't
Tom.
mind.
Hello, hello. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
What have you been
So,
doing today, Minnie?
Just sleeping all day, and I went to the store. I went to a bunch of stores, to get some stuff done. Just preparing for the winter, so I have extra things. Once it gets cold and snowy out, it's hard to get around. Trying to
Yeah, absolutely.
together. I'm watching a movie here, and I like to watch Tubi a lot. So when winter comes, the cold comes, I watch a lot more movies, and I'll watch Harry Potter again and play my video games. In the summer, I work hard. I don't watch TV at all or play my video games. So spring,
Yeah, I've been watching my Halloween themed movies for October. I'm gonna watch one a day plus. You know what I mean?
I do that too. Every October, I watch my Harry Potter. I have all of them on DVD. I watch
Right
those. It's
on.
great. They're just very soothing movies to me. Slytherin
Cool.
House.
Well, it's been a while. I asked you to come up, and then I lost my. I
Oh,
couldn't stream side by side on YouTube. It's not working.
I don't get mad at you because you're easy to work with, and when I can come on, I come on, and I never feel stressed. So don't even sweat it. Don't worry about that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
so
always nice to
you're a
have
good
you.
uh,
fan. You can join the fan club soon. Start saving money so you can join that.
I know. I got to.
$40, $40. You get the pin and everything. You get stuff you don't have. You want to have all the mini shit, don't you?
I want to get into it, but I got to get some money. I'm trying. I'm
Putting
trying,
money
Minnie.
aside for that, like $1 a month. No, I'm kidding. A little more than that. Put
We
like
know.
10,
We know.
10 aside
So,
each month. In 4 months, you can join.
what's your niche, Meanie? I'm tarot.
I'm not sure I understand.
On
Minnie.
YouTube, are you a gamer or what do you do
Oh, no,
primarily on your channel?
I'm an entertainer. I sing. I perform. I'm a rock
Okay.
star. I'm gonna get my
So
gloves.
what's your genre?
Usually David Bowie, Marilyn Manson, Kiss.
Ooh, okay.
Cover a lot of
Back
things.
back when headbangers were headbangers. All right.
David Bowie, he's my hero. See
Oh,
these
you're
stars
speaking
so
about headbangers. Every time Minnie and I talk about movies, the movies that Minnie likes are just classic, like 80s and early 90s, right? I mean, those are the fantastic movies.
late 70s, early 80s, up until like the mid 80s. Those are the best movies.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, Minnie's an entertainer, musician, singer, performer, dancer, and choreographer, I would say, and also curator of, the beautiful stage behind you because
Oh yeah, about my
a lot of
stage.
people that's right, a lot of people are watching YouTube on a tiny little screen on their phone, and Minnie fills up that screen.
So you notice my stage now has minimal lighting. I've been tired of that. Those lights I had going across that were blinking or they're too much and they're over flooding. It looks good inside my apartment, but when it's on camera, the white light forms around it and it just looks all white and it oversaturates and I can't stand it anymore. I'm trying to find these strobing lights that'll strobe down and I can't find them anywhere. So right now my lighting solution this here, I don't know if that looks too good, but to me it really don't.
We saw you were hanging the green over the arch the other day, right? That was live. Yeah.
That was really tedious and tiresome and a waste of time, really. I mean, I don't know what you think of the way this looks now, but how does that look to you?
Let's put you solo stage. Let me look at it real quick.
Yeah, the green arch there and the pink on the side there.
Well, if you start dancing around, I know it's gonna look good. You know what I mean?
It doesn't look as good as it did before, but like I said, it looks good in here though when I look at it. Those lights over there are teal, the ones above are green, these are pink, and I got the red ones in the back. I also got these lights here. Let me plug it in. So I got that, and my new skulls over here. I don't know if you can see those. I don't think you can see those. Let me bring it closer. I have this skull here, sitting in the background.
Nice, nice.
Oh, Yorick, I knew you well.
Oh, Ulrich, I knew him well. Yeah.
Shakespeare. Oy vey. I have this
That's right,
projector.
man.
You want to see this cool projector I have? I got this. It's made out of metal, too. It's not no cheap plastic. And it does this cool strobing shit. Let's plug it in. Okay. See what happens when I plug that shit in. And Buddha says you got to let that shit go. Die. Tainted love. Minnie Manson's. Look at that.
Oh,
You
that's
see
a
that?
good one.
See that shit? See what it's doing? It's orange.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome. So once I have all that shit up, it doesn't look so bad now, does it?
No, it looks great. Yeah. That fills it out a lot.
Like that, it looks like shit. But like this, see, I didn't realize I didn't have my other projectors. I also have the other projector that puts the blue in the background with the stars.
Right.
I can put that up
Yeah,
too.
it looks like
Yeah,
we're swimming.
let's do it because you know your show is worth doing extra for. You're a good host. You bring out the good in me, and I want to reward you for that.
Man, I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. It is my pleasure.
I missed you, Minnie. It's been a while, you know.
Yeah. So we got this
I
projector.
created, hey, Minnie, I created an interview playlist on my channel. So, you know, we got interviews up there, you know, side by sides. Since I haven't been able to do it lately, I just went ahead and I made a playlist. So, you know, you're featured on there.
Cool. So look at the lights in the back there. You see those stars and shit? That's what one projector does. I have this projector, and I also have another projector that I can use alternative that throws up colorful rings up in the ceiling that move around like this. So now that's maybe for when I went and tried to do a show at Grady today and it failed because I was like depressed because my stage looked like shit. And he's like, "Oh, you just don't have it anymore." Yeah, it's because I didn't have all these lights and shit on. That's part of
Oh my God. Grady
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah. He got mad at me too easily and we got in a little fight and then I made peace with him. I said, you know, when you get your life in order, then we maybe in a year or so we can do something together. But he won't tell me what's going on in his life, so I can't help him. It sounds bad though. I don't know if he's
Is he
I don't know if the
is he
mafia
calling
is the arm
himself
on you, but no.
is he calling himself Limp Biscuit Andy?
No, not that I know of.
The Well, on the bass, when he makes the bass like
What is he?
review, or he makes the edits, it says Limp Bizkit Andy.
Really, I didn't know that. He
I
admitted
don't
to
think
me that Mr. Best knew of Jeffrey Epstein. I have that recorded.
he doesn't want his name on the bass shit. He doesn't want his name
And
on
he's
it, I think.
ashamed of it. He can't be proud of it. And I told him, why are you working with this guy? In my opinion, from everything I know here and see, what they say about Diddy and Epstein, that Mr. Best, he was a person that procured women for like rich people. He basically human trafficked people. And he found underage women and shit for like not Epstein because they were, I guess, in college or kids. They grew up together in New York, from what he said. He just told me this tonight. And
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think he's
I
just
was
trying to
just
get his
guessing
name
when
off of it. But
I was just guessing when I said he knew Epstein, and then I got him. Yeah,
right.
Tainted love.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to do a song like that? Do you want to do an 80s song?
I'll do a song for you. Well, I got a movie.
What do you think, Tom? Would that be cool?
I could sing.
I would love it.
I'll sing a little bit a cappella because I got a movie there geared up and it's halfway through there, and I don't want to turn it off. That movie's been
No problem. What's
sitting
up,
2
Dr. Space Monkey? Nice to see you.
I gotta see if I can stick this in here. I don't know if I can because the cord has to go in there. So I'm gonna put this here like this and see if I can.
Nice to see you, Dr. Space Monkey. I don't know what's up with you.
I don't want to trip on this projector, and I can't put it in the thing right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in my chair. But tainted love, I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the way you. Oh, jeez, I always get that line wrong. The heart of me, tainted love.
I think it says, the love you share, I got to
go somewhere. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you're giving, I give you all of what could. Whoops.
Whoops.
I need to get a regular microphone prop again. I've been using this Fisher Price one because it's funny and also just because I happen to find it laying somewhere.
That's pretty, yeah.
I know I gave my good microphone away and it pisses me off. So I use this funny one here. It's a funny thing. You press it and it makes you songs and shit. See?
I know it looks like very mini, but like Minnie Mouse or something. You know? Oh, PG-13.
I won't put it in my pants. Don't worry. I don't want you to get
Okay.
PG only. I won't be in the store. Take my clothes off. Tainted love, I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the heart of me to make things right. I need to. Gosh, I forget the words.
Run away, I've got to get away. Once I ran to you, now I run from you.
This tainted love you're giving, I give you all a boy could. You know what I can do? I can play my Mallrat song on my guitar for you guys.
Okay. Give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, whoa.
Tainted love. Now I've been working on practicing this a lot because I'm going to actually sing this when I audition on America's Got Talent next week.
Oh yeah, where's that?
I don't know what you're gonna think of this song, but you know, here.
Heck yeah.
Let me put this closer. I got my cheat sheet in front of me. You know, you forget stuff. Even seasoned performers forget shit when they're performing. So I remember the 4 chords D minor, C, G, A, and that's how I remember. Mallrat, Billy, Mallrat, Billy, Mallrat. God damn it. I see Mallrat. And I'm going to turn the light on so I can see that. Tunnel, cannot see. Bill the Mallrat, cannot see. Tunnel, Bill the Mallrat, black can be. Black can be. And I've just started practicing this week, so. But hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
That's right. Keep playing that guitar.
I practice this every day. I want to be at least good enough when I audition next week. I see a Mallrat who can see me, known as Bill, black as he, black like me, king of hill. Oh, here, I forgot that line. Proud as fuck, king of kings. The sheet's so small. See, I can't see it, so I got to go to the library tomorrow, and I'm gonna blow the words up real big so that in case when I'm playing it on the show, I can glance up and I can see it. You know how they always have cue cards for politicians?
Yeah, like big prompter, yeah.
Each they'll have cue cards. Saturday Night Live, they'll do that. People on stage will, sometimes they'll flub a word.
Dr. Space Monkey, you were listening to the Cramps. Good on you, brother. Good on you.
Good on you. Good eye, mate. Mallrat, Billy, Mallrat, Billy, Mallrat, Billy, Mallrat.
That's very Bowie, man. It sounds a lot like Bowie.
Does it? Oh fuck yeah!
I think so. I think so.
You muted my mic. Was that an accident?
Yeah, it was an accident. It was an accident.
Yeah. If I do something on here, just let me know and I'll stop talking. Anyway,
Oh, heck no. That was an accident, Minnie.
all right. Much like my birth. No, I'm just kidding. My birth was not an accident. All right. Anyway,
Your birth was my pleasure. I'm so glad.
Mine too. My pleasure. I love it, and it is my pleasure. Though he blind, he'll see you before you see him. Lady boy love, barnacle keep catching for shit. Can you imagine me singing that to the judges? Well, I'm gonna. Mole rat killer. And I have a lawyer, a professional lawyer, and I copyrighted the song and everything. So now I can
Cool.
sue if they try to use it without my permission.
Right.
Money if they want to use it. And then they could be like, hey, we want to use your song. Well, give me some money. Yeah. People will like put my songs up and then they'll like privatize them within the day and they don't even tell me about it. I'm like, some guy did that and I got mad at Grady for that. And I'm like, I wish he would have looked before he told me. So now he knows better. Look before you tell me shit. Make sure it's still there. Privatize shit like it's private. Ooh, I'm a VIP. Private. I told the guy, don't use my shit if you don't hear from me, that means I didn't see it. I don't see a lot of things. When people tag me, I don't get notifications. I got to go looking for them.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
I turn off all my notifications because I need to sleep. I have to have a life.
Of course. Yeah.
I think I could stay on here a few more minutes, I could do a David Bowie. I mean, I don't know any Bowie songs, but I could do Tom Petty. I could do some of
All right.
I don't even need the lights to be on. I can have my real stage here. All right, then. Before all of this ever went down, another place, another time, you were just facing the crowd. You were just a face in the crowd. Out in the street, walking around, facing the crowd. Out of the dream, out of the sky, into my heart, into my life. You were just facing the crowd. You were just facing the crowd. Out in the street, talking out loud, facing the crowd. Out of the dream, out of the sky, into my heart, into my life. You were just facing the crowd. You were just facing the crowd. Out in the street, walking around, the crowd, facing the crowd, facing the crowd. How's that?
Oh, all right, Minnie, man. You know what I mean? You get so much respect for playing your own guitar, man. You know, most
Yes.
people need another guy to do it, you know?
Guitar is life. I love guitars. This thing has brought so much joy to me and changed my life.
I
in
believe it.
some way nothing else could. I want to learn more songs on it and get better at it. And I wish I wasn't kicked out of the school there that I was going to. I had a really good guitar teacher, but because of behavioral issues, I can't go there anymore. The other students were afraid of me, but I had a private tutor with the guitar. My problem is I wanted to take voice classes, and none of the teachers would work privately with me, so I had to do public classes with all these like Zoomers and losers and shit, you know, young people, and they were all afraid of me, you know. There was a rock star in their class who's seasoned with a bunch of like 20-year-olds and shit, so they were afraid as fuck of me.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Like, I can understand my kids, they might want to go to a public function to try to learn guitar and stuff like that. And they probably just, you know, again, behavioral, you know, they'll probably get kicked out for not going with the grain, you know, not being on.
I didn't go with the grain. I didn't go with back then with the COVID policy when wearing the mask. I didn't want to wear the mask when I was in the class with the guitar teacher, and he didn't tell on me. But when it came to singing, he told me to wear a mask while I was singing. I'm like, fuck no. And I used foul language there. I got kicked out for that. And then I had to wait a year, and I kept saying, I found out who the CEO was, and I'm like, hey, let me come back, please. And my doctor wrote a letter and said, hey, music is Andrew's life. He needs this. And he said, okay, he relented and let me come back. I took one full class without having any incident, you know, voice.
Okay.
And the videos are on my channel. But then, you know, after I got in the next class, my ex came around and he's like, well, I'm going to pay for your classes. And then, of course, when I went to the class, they said, well, you can't go into class. We didn't receive the payment. And isn't that just like my ex to pull that shit with me? I guess he took the money back and didn't want to pay it. So I'm like, that motherfucker. And right in front of the person at the registration desk, I'm like, oh, fuck, I just blew it. And I was so despondent about that I went up in the class and I just moped about and took it out. And I'm like, oh, I'm such a loser. I can't do anything right. And I scared the crap out of everyone in the class because I was talking so down on myself publicly like that.
Right.
Us high profile entertainers, you know, we have our highs and we have our lows. And when our highs are high, everybody benefits. Everybody's happy when we're happy. But when we don't feel good, everybody suffers around us. You know, every movie I watch on TV about every entertainer, every famous rock star entertainer, they start out really good and they get up there, they're good with their fans, and then they'll meet somebody and have a baby or whatever, and that's when it seems to go bad. A rock star is not going to be tied down to one person. What is all that noise in the background?
I was coughing.
I'm
sorry.
It's okay. At least
I'm
now.
I'm dying.
Are you really?
No. I'm just coughing.
You mean you're going to live forever, right? Okay. Well, I wanted everyone to know
You know that.
You're going to watch this later and be like, what the fuck is that sound? They'll think you're trolling.
No. I know. I choked on my own.
I do that a lot too. So rock stars are not meant to be tied down to one person. Yeah, they want to have a baby and a family and all that, you know, something to teach their kid and to leave a legacy to. But the person that marries us got to know that we got groupies and fans and we're rock stars. We cannot just be loyal to one person. It's not possible.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. They know.
I'm not going to give up. You know, I'm having a harder time getting like successful because of my bipolar and my PTSD, but I'm honest about it. And I tell people, and I'm teaching people, this is what you do. You help me through it, and this is what you say, what you do. If you see me acting like that, there's certain things people can say and do that will actually help me to feel better.
To try to help you, yeah, because we all want you to be joyful. We want you to have a great time and then deliver that to us.
Yes, because
Give us the joy.
my job is to make you happy, to entertain you, to make you forget your problems. Everybody has problems, bad problems.
Well, what movie are you watching? What movie are you watching?
It's called The Identical. I don't want the movie to go off, so every 5 minutes I'm like pressing the button here.
Oh, what do they have ads, or they ask you you're still watching, or what up?
No, but it'll go off. I don't want the TV to go off. After this, I'm gonna watch. Right. It's 3:00 in the morning already. That means it's 4:00 for you. But you cheered me up.
You're right about that. You're right.
For being live and let me on your show, so all this makeup and my costume didn't go to waste.
Absolutely. No.
Yeah.
No, and thank you. And no, 4:00. It doesn't mean anything to me, man. We're fine. I got things to do tomorrow, but I'll be up.
The projector's shooting up the nest. Oh, I can also do this. Look, and I have lights up there. Also, I forgot about. But I have to stand.
There we go.
Does you see that right there? Right there. So, and I have a thing up here that blue and white Christmas lights. I turned that on too. So all I gotta do. Yeah, you see it. All I gotta do is get like some kind of a strip up here. Is if I can't find those icicle strips I like, they do have a colorful one that's operated by your Wi-Fi in the phone, and as long as it like,
right.
I need something that strobes. I was gonna buy
right.
Well, what do they call it? The 5-finger Spirit Halloween store where you get 5-finger discounts. Well, you can't. They have this big projector there, and it's like $40. And it's not a projector; it's a strobe light. And well, I'm not making a lot of money because I'm not selling memberships or any merch lately, which is I'm really bummed out. That's been bumming me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's not great because you've been doing good recently, right? I mean, before that, you were doing good.
I was doing real good. I had like at least 10 songs a week people would hire me to do. And I let Grady talk me into raising my prices on everything, and that's when it all stopped. He says, raise your art cards to $100 each. Nobody's gonna fucking give me $100 for a fucking art card. They're not even worth $5 fucking dollars. But I'm going back to charging $20 for the art cards. All my original prices for all my merch is gonna be put back to the way it was.
Wow, yeah, that's one thing for sure. Besides joining your fan club, that's one thing for sure. My wife and I want to get some art cards because you make the big ones, right?
I will, but those cost more than $20 if you want big ones. But the ones that are sized like a baseball card, those are $20.
Okay, cool.
And most people don't ask me to put text on there. But there's these people, I charge them an extra 10 I said, if you want me to do text, you got to pay an extra 10 because it is hard for me. Even if I pencil it in, I'm going to cram it all. The words will be too big on the left, and then as I go to the right, they get thinner and thinner, and they're all crammed. You know how kind of like a person would write. Well, unfortunately, I do that. So I have to keep erasing, learning, and it takes hours for me just to write somebody's name on the top of a card. That's why I have to charge an extra $10 for that. Any text at all, whether it be someone's name or whatever, because I have to erase a lot, pencil it in, until I can get the words so it'll be uniform in size.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, usually, that's like a draftsman's idea where they measure them out and but it's interesting to me because I know you're so good at perspective and just commercial drawing that your letters don't work that way. But I get it because I have dyslexia, so I totally get why that would happen. You know what I mean?
I have that too.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I don't I don't hate having dyslexia, because I love to read and I have to read it like 3 more times, and that's okay because it's a joy.
I'm good at foreign languages and being able to pick up a foreign language just like that because of my dyslexia and my ADHD. So a
Right.
lot of people are
That's
going through
good.
all that shit. It's just shit they put in our food for the last 60 years, what they've been doing to us, what they're doing to the environment, to our food, to our water. That's what's causing all of this craziness in people. That doesn't just come from
Oh,
nothing.
wow. I
That's-
guess when we just get water out of the tap, right? We're
okay,
probably taking every drug that's out there. Every
that's
drug that's out there is probably in our water, right?
that too, yes. And there's fluoride in there. They put a shitload of fluoride in there that fuses up the brain where the third eye is.
Wow. Geez, I don't want to dehydrate though. I'll live. I'll live. I'll live.
I have to buy bottled water, and some people have an issue with that. So I had to blow my nose there, and I don't do that on camera.
No big
Morat,
thing. No big thing.
Morat. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I want to show you before I go off. Morat, I'm gonna be performing karaoke at a private party on Halloween, and if anything happens or it falls through or they troll me, revenge is in order, and then I'll just go to one of this bar that Sidekicks. They have real nice Halloween decorations. I can go there if my plans fall through. So Halloween will be
When
good.
you
But
when you've already mentioned to me that you're doing a Halloween party. Can you get somebody to like use your phone and like stream that? Can you live stream it?
it's at a private party. I don't think I'll be allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to
Oh, okay.
do at the bar either because these people complained, and now I'm afraid to live stream. Because then trolls will be calling the bar. Oh, he's live streaming.
Yeah. I understand.
People don't want to be filmed. I have to respect that.
But I'm just saying, like the people that invited you, to play on Halloween. If you're just shooting yourself, it shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean?
Other people will probably be doing karaoke too, but they wanted me to come and perform. It's just kind of weird to go to a party with people I don't know. I didn't get paid either.
Right.
It's pissing me off. Nobody thinks I'm worth paying, so they're not hiring me as an entertainer. They're inviting me as a friend. I'm just
Well,
not making money at what I do anymore. I'm doing very badly, and that reflects on me. It makes me suffer a lot of depression. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoy performing for them either way.
I do.
Sometimes you have to do that a few times.
Do you see that I still make videos and I still perform, even if it's in my own apartment here on my own stage, and I still do karaoke? Because I have to remember,
Yeah,
I got into this to have a good time. Someone
that's
taught me
right.
to make a living doing it. I've been doing this almost 5 years. I'm not giving up because someday Hollywood's going to call me.
Right. Yeah, and as you play, whether they pay you or not, as you perform those shows, more and more people will see you. More and more people will want to see you.
I don't get invited on any shows on the internet anymore. You're basically the only person who invites me now.
I wish I could do it more.
I used to get invited on like a show every night. When I first started, it was like 3 shows a night. And for some reason, I had more energy and I was able to do it. I couldn't go at
Right.
that now. I usually ask people to give me a few days' notice to go on a show, like at least 3 days' notice. People used to pay me to go on their shows, not much, $20 or something.
Right. Well, I can't do that, but you know what? I'd hang out with you if you could
I'm not going
hang
to
out
ask.
for free.
I don't ask you for money. You're a fan of mine and you're my friend.
Thank you, Minnie.
And you're giving me a spot. Like there was a time when I first started where I wouldn't go on someone's show that only had like 2 people in there. And I'm not like that no more. I'm not a snob about that. I'll go on whatever show I can because you never know who's watching. That show that has 2 people, there could be a record producer, could be one of them. I've been on shows that had thousands of people watching and never got so much as a cent or even one person subbing to me. And I'll be on a show with 7 people. and I would get like 5 subs and $60. You know, I've had that happen.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
I had a fan that actually hired me. I asked him, I said, buy me this nice jacket, this pink leopard jacket. And the company ripped me off and didn't send it. They fucked me over out of 90 fucking bucks. And now I owe this guy 3 songs, and he'll get his songs. He didn't tell me what they are yet, but I'm really
Oh
fucking.
wow.
So I asked him for more than the thing was because I had a feeling, well, if this fucking company rips me off, I have some money left over. So I actually asked him for $120. So I got a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
paid.
but they
This guy's
didn't give
awesome.
you a jacket at all.
I didn't get it. It's been like 3 weeks now. I've been waiting, and they
Oh
didn't
wow.
notice or anything that they even got my order. And I contacted them and nothing. It's called Finder Cube. People don't order nothing through Finder Cube. And I put on their thing on Instagram. I said, every day I'm going to put something in there to say, tell everybody what you did until I get my jacket. So
Wow.
my word of mouth is pretty strong. They're going to lose a lot of business. That's how that works. So I'm going to let you go now because I really want to lay down and watch my movie.
Sure, sure, for sure. Yeah, I'll go watch another movie too. Thank
I
you,
enjoyed
Minnie.
this. Thank you for letting me talk about my stage here and showing everyone that Minnie is still exciting and sexy. You know you want it. Who's your favorite entertainer? So
You
that's right, Minnie Manson.
kiss.
Kiss! Gene Simmons followed me on TikTok. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Cool, huh? Gene,
Yes, sir.
all right, I'll see you then.
All right, see you later, Minnie. Bye. Wow. All right, guys. Minnie was up. Minnie gets back down. Yo. Yeah, Dr. Space Monkey, man. Yeah. Bad music for bad people. Songs the Lord taught us. Rocking and reeling in Auckland, New Zealand. The Cramps are fucking fantastic. Smell of female. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming up, Minnie. Thanks for coming up, Tom. Peace to all of you. I guess I'll save my share-in hours here and see you all later. Kiss. Kill. See you later. Peace.